Can you enjoy that grass? There's lots of it for you. Getting some fresh air. Good morning, friends. So, I'm outside, as you can see. It is a beautiful morning. Lois is outside. I just start. Oh my God, there's a lot going on outside. There's birds, there's squirrel just went along the fence, making a bunch of noise. Lois is right there. She was meowing with it. Maybe she's changed her mind. Okay, so I'm going to keep an eye on her while I film. This is going to be coffee chat. I got my newest mug from a good friend on here, from Rose, Luke Steiner. Oops, and I just spilled, of course. Oh, welcome to my video. Never a dull moment. I'm always making a mess. Yeah, always making a mess or dropping something. Yeah, comes with the territory. So we're gonna enjoy our coffee, enjoy this beautiful weather, and we're gonna have like book talk along with our coffee talk while I keep an eye on Lois. So I need to make another stop to the little Freela libraries because I have a lot to redonate. Yeah, I will usually leave them at different ones. I think I remember like which ones came from which one. I have like around, I would say around 10 around me. Like there's some in town. I made a list. There's some in town and there's some like on the outskirts of town, like not too far, but like on the outskirts. The ones that are like right in town are like really close to me. So like what I'll probably do is like for my little free library videos when I go on book hunts, I will do like the libraries that are like, you know, in like really closer together, right in town. I'll do those, and then the ones that are on the outskirts, I'll do those on the next, you know, free library video. And if I have time, I'll hit up like one or two that are close to me on the way home that are in town. So I've been busy reading and drinking coffee, of course. Yeah. And Lois is just eating the grass and enjoying the fresh air. Yeah, it's actually I got chilly morning. Yeah. All right, so yeah, this bag is full. This bag, she is full. I have 2 left for my last little visit to the free little libraries. I haven't started the one, but I have my bookmarking it ready to start it probably sometime today. Who knows, by the time this is up, I may be already done it. I know, we'll see if I am. You know, I'll show you when I do the free library video. But for now, let's do the ones that are done. My bag is full. My bag is heavy, probably like 5 pounds. Like, that's how heavy. Okay, so the first one, now this one wasn't from my last one. This is probably from the trip before my very last one. And on that trip, I only found this book, Diana, Her True Story, Andrew Morton. This one was really good, and if you're like me, when a book has pictures in it, I flipped to the pictures first before I read the book. Anybody else do that? Yeah, you can't help but like flip and look at the pictures. You just can't. I mean, oh, like we lost her way too soon, and like I don't know, like it just, oh, you know, it's just she was too young. I don't think she was mature enough. Like there was like 13 years between her and Charles, and like, yeah, age doesn't matter, but I think everybody is different, and it depends on that person's maturity, you know. It just does, and I don't think she was mature enough. You know, she wasn't, and she definitely wasn't ready to put up with the BS that she had to put up with for sure. I look at, like, those pictures are gorgeous. Yeah. But it was really, really, really good. And if you go on YouTube, you can watch their interview, Charles and Diana's interview when they got engaged and they were announcing it to the public, and it's a 10-minute interview, and I think I watched like around 3 or 4 minutes. I couldn't even finish it. It was just terrible. It was cringy. I could not finish it. It was like, oh my gosh, like, why did these two people get married? You know, because when asked like, oh, what do you have in common? And it was like silence. Like, they couldn't think of anything right away. Like and then like a lot of times the reporters would ask the questions, and Charles would like kind of redirect the question to her and be like, oh, so what do you think, you know? And it's like, you can't answer the question yourself, like you have to have somebody else do it. Like, oh, I don't like the man. I don't. I know. And like, she got thrown into it, you know, and she had like nobody to help her, you know. She was when she went into wherever, the castle, and like had her own, like pretty much her own apartment, and she was getting her, like, you know, her princess training, but like nobody was there to help her settle in, you know. It was pretty much, okay, you're on your own, good luck, you figure it out, you know. And that was it. And it's like, excuse me, you know, like I just can't imagine being in her shoes and having to do that, you know. And Charles never called her like red flag. And when you watch that interview, if you watch that interview, there's so many red flags, yeah, so many. She's right there. So many red flags, you know. Yeah. Oh, and when they were, what was it? Oh, I think right before the wedding, she started to get like second thoughts, you know, but she still went through it. Of course, obviously. But yeah, I have to find something because I forget where it was. Oh, hang on. All right, I found it. Oh, and Lois just went. Coffee has in the spot. Lois, you know, sometimes the tongue doesn't catch up with the mouth. She has gone back inside. Okay. So I was right. I wasn't sure, but I was right. As a result, Diana considered her wedding day to be one of the most emotional, confusing times of her life. On her honeymoon, Diana saw photographs of Camilla fall out of his diary. Like, what the heck? Like, you piece of dirt. Like, oh my God. You know, like, I just can't. You know, he's scum. He is scum. Like, yeah. Yeah. Like, ugh. Oh, it's just, yeah. Oh my gosh. You know, it's just, it gets you mad. You know, like, oh my gosh. On your honeymoon, can you imagine? Like, yeah. Okay, so next one. I got them all right here. I have like a few magazines too. The magazines, I think, are from the Free the Library, and also I think some that I got from yard sales. Okay, so New Moon. This one I grabbed just in case if I got it, but I already had it, but I couldn't remember. So now I know I have the first two. It's the first. I have the first two. It's the last two I don't have, so I'm gonna like bring that one back. I grabbed it just in case, and I figured if I have it, I can just return it, right? So, but if I didn't have it, if I didn't grab it, then I would regret it. So yeah, I've done that before where it's like I didn't grab something, and then it's like you do regret it later, and then it's too late. So, try to learn, but we don't always learn. No. Okay, this one was from the thrift store, a Virgin River. I didn't read it just because I watched the series on Netflix, and you know, the first couple chapters, it was just like, I felt like I was rereading it, but I haven't read the book, you know, but because I watched the show, it was pretty much the same thing. I'm happy that the show stuck to the book. I'm not sure if they stick to all of them. There's lots of these, by the way. There's lots of these books, so yeah, there's lots. It's double digit. I think it's like around 18 or something. There's a lot more than I thought there would be. And now if I didn't watch the Netflix series, say if I didn't have Netflix, yeah, I probably would read it and I would definitely enjoy it. So like the thrift store books are really, they're cheap. I think they're like around $2 or $2.50. So yeah. It was just like, you know, it was too familiar, and it's like, yeah, I'm just not going to bother because I just watched it, and yeah. So somebody else can enjoy it. Maybe somebody who doesn't have Netflix or doesn't watch the show. Yeah. Okay. Janet Oak, Beyond Gathering Storm. This was a good one. She's a good Christian writer. I have, is it three or four? I can't remember. I think it's four books that I found at a yard sale, and they're on my pile. I'll be getting to them hopefully soon. My Nicholas Sparks ones, I will be getting to those very soon because I want to put them on my shelf first and kind of like organize them in what order I want to read them, or maybe like organize them by publishing date. That's what I'll do, by publishing date, and like that's how I'll read them, but I have them in order. So this one was really good. It was just about the daughter moved out on her own and she fell in love with the wrong guy. He was kind of abusive, and yeah, so, but she got out of it, and he is a Mountie, as you can see, and then he ended up falling in love with somebody that was perfect for him, so it was really good. Lisa Jackson, Whispers. This is my second book I read by her. She is really good. Really good page turner, really good thriller, suspense / mystery. I finished this book in 2 days. I was on a reading kick because the next 2 books I also finished in 2 days. So usually I take maybe a little bit longer, at least 3 days, but 2 days is pretty good for me. So yeah, it was really good. Yeah, really good. It's about like, it's all like a town that has secrets, and all the secrets came out, of course. Yeah, really good. Okay, this one I finished in 2 days. The Most Likely Club. This is really good. Bunch of high school friends. You know how they write in your yearbook, you know, most likely to be successful or, you know, famous. So this one was really good. It was good how they had their high school reunion, and they kind of like looked at where they are right now and kind of looked where they wanted to be, and they kind of were each other's support system to get to where they want to be, you know, goals. So that was really good. And this one, Jojo Moyes, The Last Letter from My Lover, was really good, and it reminded me of Cary Grant movie An Affair to Remember, and I haven't watched that movie in a long time, and I need to watch that. I need to find that on DVD. I did find The Bishop Wife at the thrift store, but I already have that, and but it's like, oh, I need to find that one, and An Affair to Remember, that one was good. It was kind of like the same vibes as that movie. Like this girl was married to her husband, and she ends up having an affair, but her husband really wasn't a good guy. Her husband just wasn't a good guy, and because he was having an affair too, you know. But it's okay for the guy to have an affair. But back then, that was the 1960s. But a woman having an affair, oh no. But it's like, excuse me, like the husband was having an affair with the secretary, but she goes to have an affair with the guy that she's supposed to be with, that she's more compatible with, you know, and it's like they just look down on that, right? It's a man's world, right? But yeah, it's really good. And like she gets into a car accident, because that's why it reminded me of An Affair to Remember, because she gets into a car accident on her way to meet her lover, and they don't end up meeting because she's got in a car accident. And he writes her letters, and it's just, oh, so sweet, because that's what happened in An Affair to Remember. She was on her way to meet Cary Grant, and she got into an accident. Poor Cary Grant, and started waiting and wondering where the heck is she, and thinking the worst. Oh, she changed her mind, you know, but she got into an accident, and of course she couldn't walk. She was in a wheelchair, but you know, it still ends good. But, oh, now I want to watch that movie. But anyways, but that's why it's like, oh my gosh, you know, it's the same kind, it's the same vibes, right? Yeah. So, and then like she also loses her memory, and eventually gets it back, and then she finds the love letters and she starts putting it together. So it's just like, it's so good how like in 2003 somebody finds the letters, and it's just so good. They end up being together, but it took quite a few years to actually be together. Yeah. And then the next is just bunch of magazines that let me see, these ones, which ones were from, yeah, these ones were from a yard sale. There were a couple, I think these ones, a couple of Women's Day ones. I think this one was from a yard sale. Good Housekeeping. I think this one was from a Little Free Library. This one was from a yard sale. Oh, this one was from the Little Free Library. These look really good, but too much work. And then this one and this one, I think these two were from a yard sale. So I only kept the ones that I found recipes I want to make in, and the ones that I didn't really find anything in, I'm just going to donate back and leave them at a Little Free Library. So that's it. That's my book on haul from the Little Free Library. And yeah, they were all good books, especially the last three that I read were really, really good. Yeah, really good. I love a suspense one. That's my favorite genre. Suspense, thriller, mystery. Oh, so good. Yeah. But once in a while, it's nice to switch it up and read something like this. Yeah, it is. Okay, now I gotta put everything back in the bag. Yeah. So I'm gonna, make a visit soon if I want to do this video, because I knew it's gonna be too long because I got too many books to talk about, so it needed a separate video. Yeah. Oh, now I get to enjoy the rest of my coffee. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, did anybody else hear about that marathon runner? Okay. I think I was probably with TikTok. That's how I find out about everything, is on TikTok. Okay, there's a mother of two. Okay, she is running a marathon, and you know, I think it was like a half marathon, and you know, marathons take a lot of work, a lot of training. You have to get your body ready and prepared. You have to, you know, push yourself. You know, you have to run, and like every day almost, and you have to watch what you eat. You know, and like a lot of it, just a lot of that kind of stuff goes into it. You know, mentally too. You have like physically, mentally. You know, you got to prepare yourself. And so she runs this marathon. The father and her two kids, her two girls, which are under the age of 10, both of them. I'm not sure how old, but they look like they could be like around 8 or 7. And he's on the wrong side of the finish line. He's on the side you're not supposed to be on. Did you take your stupid pill today? Is what I'm wondering. Yeah. You're supposed to be on the other side of the finish line. Yeah, and like he had the girls like ready to hug her, And it's like, what the heck are you doing? You let her finish. You let her cross first. You don't do that. Like, oh my God, what the heck is wrong with you? You know, like, oh my. And then like, I find out this morning that she said, oh, he didn't know. I'm like, what do you mean he didn't know? What do you mean? Like, no. Like, don't try to, you know, defend him. Like, no. He knew what he was doing. Like, you don't ever have to go to a marathon or watch one to put two together where you stand to, like, you know, congratulate them. You stand on the other side of the finish line. You don't stand right before they cross it. Like, I would have been so mad. I would have been like, you know, okay, nope, sorry, you know, let me cross first. Like, it was just stupid. Like, yeah. And then she said, oh yeah, he didn't know. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure he knew what he was doing. Yeah. And I honestly, like, the kids were under age of 10. I wouldn't, because you know how marathons can be really, really busy. A lot of people. I wouldn't bring my kids to a marathon. That's just not a place I would bring them to. You know, because there's a lot of people. You know, a lot can happen. And, you know, I think it would be a safety issue. You know, you don't want them to get hurt. You know, like, no. Yeah. But that's just me, though. You know, that's just not a place. And plus, they wouldn't be interested. You know, it's like, I wouldn't be interested. I know. That's not something I want to do in my spare time. You know, waiting for somebody to cross, right? Like, yeah. I'll congratulate you when you come home. Yeah. But yeah, like, but still, it's just like, you know, he knew what he was doing, and like, you could have done that, but on the other side, you know. But I just couldn't believe it. Oh, and then lately, it's about the Lion King 30th anniversary, Northwest. Oh, that poor child. Oh, look who her parents are. Like, that poor child. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I feel sorry for her, because I know she's probably, like, getting a lot of rude comments, and really, people shouldn't be making rude comments about her. She's a child. She's 10 years old. Don't make rude comments about her, because she's 10 years old. She didn't have a choice. Her parents pushed her to do that. You know, does she have talent? Not right now, she doesn't, but maybe later on. But it's just, you know, the Kardashians, you know, like, yeah, Kardashians who, like, you know, like, they need to be brought down a few notches, you know, but it's not her fault, it's her parents, you know, like, they're so delusional, and, you know, they probably thought she did a fabulous job, but no, she didn't. And also, not just the parents, but people in charge of the musical, like the producers, the directors, they should have said no. They should have stepped up and said, wait a second. Because there are kids who practice for this and have the talent to perform on stage, you know, and their parents spend money on classes and maybe, like, probably even schooling, you know, and she just gets a job like that because her parents are rich and famous. Like, no, like, it's not right. We need to stop doing that, you know, like, honestly, like, just stop handing them everything that they want. Like, honestly. But I've seen videos, like, of her performing, like, just, like, short little clips, and it's like, no, she should have never been allowed to do that. Yeah. No. I think the Jennifer Hudson go on after her. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was after or before. I think it was after, yeah. But I can't believe it's been 30 years. Like, what the heck? Wasn't it just yesterday? I don't, the movies are making me feel old because they're all like turning like 30, you know? And like, what? No, you know, that's not true. You're lying. Well, they had Nathan Lane and the guy who does Pumbaa's voice. Oh, they are funny. Oh my gosh, yeah. On stage. Oh my gosh, yeah, he's so funny, Nathan Lane. But yeah, but I've seen videos, you know, saying that, yeah, no, it's absolutely, you know, the parents should have done better, and I agree, you know. Just because you're rich and famous and your last name begins with K doesn't mean you get to do whatever the flip you want. You know, it must be nice having the world revolve around you. Like, ugh. Like I said, they need to be knocked down a few pegs. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. I think that's it. I hope because she's only 10, and I hope she doesn't see the rude comments, because people can be nasty. People can be nasty on the internet, especially, you know, if it's toward the kids, which is ridiculous. Like, you're a grown adult, and you're teasing, making fun of a kid. You know, like, stop. Like, get a life, get a new hobby. Like, no, there's just some things you don't do as an adult. Okay, and that's one of them. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, go do it to another adult, you know, who cares? Like, go do it to an adult, you know. I know, but, I know. I don't know, but it's just sad. What a sad world. And I feel sorry for the kids that would have done a whole lot better, that actually have talent and have amazing voices and have good stage presence, you know, because that would have been an opportunity of a lifetime for a lot of kids, and a lot of kids would have, you know, wanted to do that, but she was just doing what she was being told, you know. That's it. At 10 years old, you're used to doing what you're being told. I would have backed out, because I would have been like, oh, you want me to do this in front of millions of people? Bye. I don't know. I don't think so. No, see ya. Oh, you're on your own. Like, no thanks. Anyways, alright, so that's it for this little coffee chat book talk. I'll see you. We will be going on a little free library hunt next, so stay tuned. Alright guys, I'll see you next time video. Thank you so much for having coffee and chit-chatting with me. I'll see you next time video. Take care, be blessed, and happy reading, and cheers. Cheers to you too, birdie.